There's a quote from yourself that says, I'm very clear on what I want, and I'm very determined to get there. And I think when I heard that for the first time, a monk saying it, it's like, it was a little bit, it stuck out to me because it's ambitious, it's very driven. And I always felt that they couldn't go together, like those ideologies couldn't go together. I'm wrong.
Okay, driven?
Yeah. I'm completely wrong, I know, but the idea of ambition and wanting to achieve something just never really. But I mean, I'm guessing the whole goal of being a monk is to achieve stuff and to move towards something.
Yes, because people's understanding of monastic life comes from Hollywood movies. You know, watching Brad Pitt's 7 Years in Tibet, or David Carradine's Kung Fu, or whatever it may be, that you've seen, and you go like, oh, that's what monks do. They sweep the sidewalks slowly and they talk in a very slow, quiet voice so that you understand, grasshopper. Like they're not in a hurry to go anywhere. They're just here, and then you see all these people post this dumb, stupid spiritual quotes on social media, like, just be here, be now, be present. That's it. You don't need to be anything else. You don't need to go anywhere. There's no destination. Just be. I mean, like, be what? I mean, what the hell are you talking about? Somehow when it comes to everyday life, people are logical and reasonable. But when it comes to spirituality, all logic and reason are thrown out the door. When you put your shoes on, you put your socks, your shoes, and then you tie your laces. 3 steps. I guess you don't mix those steps up. When you take a shower, you get in the bathroom, I'm assuming, you take your clothes off, you turn the water on, especially if you live in England where it's freezing cold. You want to make sure the water's the right temperature. Then you get wet, you put soap on, you wash the soap off, you dry yourself, you put clothes on, and you leave the bathroom. It's about 8 or 9 steps. Do you ever mix them up?
No.
Just because variety is the spice of life? Why not? Let's just see what happens if I just mix it up today. You don't. You follow the process. The process gets you to the end goal, which is to feel clean. So why is it when it comes to spirituality, all reason goes out? You don't need a goal. You don't need a destination. There's no path. Just be here and be now. Be present.
So for yourself, the idea of having a purpose or an end goal, that's, I'm guessing, the most crucial step to achieving something. I mean, without a goal, obviously, we don't have anything in sight anyway to achieve, but...
My guru had a beautiful saying to encapsulate this. He said, there's nothing more important in life than knowing who you are, the path that you're on, and its final end. Right? Who are you? What path are you on, and where are you going? Even when you make a meal, Jordan, you're inviting your friends over and say, like, hey guys, come over, I'm going to cook you dinner this weekend, this Saturday. Do you not have a plan, a goal in mind? Like, what am I going to cook? Is it spaghetti? Is it maybe let's have curry and a beer? Okay, what do I need to make curry? Maybe I have to go to the Indian store, buy some spices. We need to have a goal in order to know what food to cook. You go to the bar to meet your friend, you say to the bartender, I want a beer. And he goes, that's awesome, I'm glad you know that. What kind of beer would you like? Just saying I want a beer is not enough because there's 50 taps there. How does he know what kind of beer you want? Is it a light? Is it something strong? Is it home brewed? Is it Irish? Is it Scottish? Italian, German, Dutch? Can we get a little bit more specific? And you had just at the bar having a beer. So why is it when it comes to life and spirituality, all of a sudden you think you don't need to be specific, you don't need a goal, you don't need anything?
It's more important. Like, it's a lot more important, yeah.
Just for a pint, right? First of all, I've been to bars in England. You need a pass to get to the bar because it's crowded, right? So you need to weave your way through all those bodies, right? And have beer not spill on you to get to the bar. And then when you get to the bar, you need clarity of what it is you want. And you may have all of 10 seconds to tell the guy, or 5 seconds, before he moves on to somebody else. And if you're sitting there going, I'm not sure, he's going to go tend to somebody else. He's not going to hang around and watch you think what beer you want. And
So
then, you know, it's so bizarre, you know, when it comes to everyday life, people are very understand the need to be clear and specific about their goal. But then when it comes to spirituality, it's just like, you know, just be present, be mindful. That's good enough.
So when you have entrepreneurs come in and athletes come in, how much of the issue is that they don't have the end goal in sight, and how much is it down to the focus and clearing out the things they don't need to achieve those goals?
The people that I work with are extremely successful. Every one of them are extremely clear what their goal is and what it is they want. What they are looking from me is having a better understanding of the mind so that they can leverage it to get to where they are. So they've been trained in the particular sport that they are in, the particular business that they're running, they know it inside out. But what they haven't been trained in is in the mind. Because nowhere in their journey to where they are today has anyone sat them down and taught them the inner workings of the mind. How does the mind work? How do you learn to harness it? How do you learn to control it? How do you learn to focus it? Understanding the different states of mind. How do they impact your day-to-day decision making and things like that? So that's what they want to learn from me. And you know, I always say to people, you know, we have the most powerful tool in the world sitting in our heads. Yet we have no manual for it. No one teaches us how to use it. You have cameras, right?
Yep.
Lighting, microphone, and then you have people that edit the video, probably in Final Cut Pro. So they need to learn the software. The better they understand Final Cut, the more they can do with it. The less they understand it, the less they can do with it. You know, you could still edit the thing on iMovie. The end product's not going to be that great as using Final Cut or maybe Premiere, right? So the better you understand something, the more you can leverage it and do something with it. So the same way with the mind, we don't understand the mind. So how then do we leverage the mind to create what we want to create? So these athletes and entrepreneurs now are starting to begin to realize that, oh my gosh, I have this amazing tool in my head, which I've used to be successful at what I do. But imagine if I understood it better, I could leverage it more and be even more successful at what I do. So,
I mean, the awareness of that is so simple, like the idea that we've got this powerful tool. I'm guessing having the awareness is one of the first steps. And it sounds so silly. We all know we've got a brain, but the idea that they are so capable. But what's the first thing that you find yourself teaching people, and the process you take people down when it comes to training the mind and learning the mind?
It's about understanding how the mind works. So even before learning to focus, we need to understand the mechanics of the mind, because if we don't understand the mechanics of the mind, it's going to be very hard to focus it. Similar like a camera, right? If you have a DSLR camera and you don't understand how to control aperture or shutter speed or, you know, ISO and all these things, you still take a photo, it may not be in focus. But before you can even focus the camera, it's good to understand some of these basic settings in order to create a photo that you want to create. So understanding the mind is the first step, then learning to focus. And like you said, with the mind, no one teaches us, you know, having that consciousness that, oh, we have this amazing tool that we haven't learned to use. But the same thing goes with focus, right? I mean, when we're growing up, people tell us, you know, Jordan, can you just focus on eating your food? And Jordan, can you concentrate on doing your homework? But no one teaches us how to do it. They tell us to do it, but they don't teach us how to do it. I hear parents saying to kids all the time, you know, can you just focus for a second? I'm like, awesome. Want to show me how to do it? But there's just so many things, just general life things that we are never taught. We have a body. All of us have a body. And some of us are blessed with a fully capable body. And yet we never get taught how it works or how to look after it, how to feed it and how to care for it. It's fascinating, isn't it? You go through years of school learning God knows what, and you think the basic things they would teach you is about the mind, the body. It'd be nice if someone taught me in school what to eat, how to exercise my body, how to make it strong, understand my mind, how to focus it, how to deal with problems I have.